Hello, welcome to the channel. Today is an interesting day. I had to record because I don't want to not do the live, not do my show up on YouTube like for my schedule. So this you'll be seeing, and it's not actually live, but I'm live and y'all are on kind of like a scheduled replay. But anyways, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. If you're new here, my name is Karen McCoy, and I help women renew their joy after tragedy, whatever tragedy that may be. Mine just happens to be I have lost two children to death, so therefore I had to figure out what my journey was going to be like. What was I going to do after such a tragedy? And I chose slapping paint on paper as one of the mechanisms that I choose to use. Okay, so today we're talking about setting up one of the things that I love to do. And I am going to be setting up my planner, and I like to set it up for success. Please excuse, it's February the 4th. I am behind, but I wanted to get in here and I wanted to get it done and figured this would be a great way to have a conversation about how I set up my planner. And I call it a very successful time. And my planner is also my journaling space. It's also the place I dump all my anger and anything that makes me kind of need to deal with my grief. So I guess you can say how I cope with grief. I use paint, I use journaling, I use bookbinding, and I also have dogs. So those are my things that I use as go-tos for this. So whether you're managing grief, running a business, maybe balancing family life is definitely something we need to plan, or you're just trying to stay organized. Your planner should be a tool for clarity and ease. You know what? Not for stress. This one, I'm actually going to have some anger boxes. These are going to be anger boxes because I realized that this month, coming into February already, I had some anger that I needed to have displaced. And when I journal about it, I don't like it to just be all over my journal, right? I want to really know what it was that I got through, right? And so my planner is one of my healing tools. It's one of the things I use to heal. So not all planners are created equal. Remember that. And not all of them will work for you. This one happens to be one that's created by a friend, Brower Street. I will have the link below. So if you want to order it, she has them on sale right now, but it works for me, right? I don't want to use the computer or calendar online. Those are not for me. Some people thrive with digital planners. I'm not one. I want to feel the paper, right? While others need a good old fashioned paper planner like me, then if you do, then this video is for you. So as we're going to get into this, ask yourself, do you like writing things down? Or like I said, you might be one of those that likes digital. I have a whole iPad right here that has a digital one on there only because I like to put the stickers on there. But do I keep up with my daily life, my things and stuff like that? I kind of don't. And so the other question I want you to ask is, do you need daily pages or is a weekly layout enough? So monthly, then we have them weekly, right? And I like weekly because remember, I say I get to write down stuff and I get to put stuff in here. I don't really have a whole lot of outside things, but when I do have appointments and stuff like that, I try to put them in here. I think like I said, I haven't done a whole lot in here because I got started late. Remember, I told y'all I did a video on what I do when I'm pissed off. I had a couple came into February hot, right? So um, what I'll actually use is I want to show you just how I'm going to set it up. And these are stickers. I printed it out on sticky paper. And because I don't really know what's going to go in the boxes, but again, I just wanted to come on here and chat with you, um, and see what things are. And also show you how easy it is to use this, right? Oh, that's not, excuse me. So when you're thinking about loss of a child or loss of a loved one, loss of a job, Grief to me is anything that makes your heart hurt. That's how I describe grief, right? And so I go deeper in that to, how I really walk through my grief and creating stuff and teaching more so on my Patreon. So let me throw that out there. If you want more, then join my Patreon. The link is in the description box below. All things of how to reach out to me, how to get in touch. Oh, and before I forget, I'm also going to be offering a free webinar that's going to go deeper than what I kind of go through on my lives. So that's going to be February the 10th at 12 noon Central Standard Time. So if you're Eastern, that'll be 1 o'clock for you. And there will be a replay. So if you're not able to catch the live, there will be a replay. And the good thing about it is you don't have to be live, but you do have to register. So therefore, I have your email so I can send you the replay. And as I always say, this lines up to asking yourself the question, first of all, are you grieving something? Let's just say something. Are you pissed off about it? Like whatever your grief may be. Mine, again, happens to be the loss of 2 children. I've lost plenty of people in my life. However, as I take a deep breath, suffering the loss of my children just kind of sent me spiraling. My daughter committed suicide in 2007, and she took my granddaughter along with her, which in the legal world is considered murder suicide. It took me literally almost 17 years, no, 15 years to, I think 12 years, something like that. But it took me a long time to say that because that's how it is. That's what it was. And I was angry with my daughter for taking that choice or whatever. So in my journey from her death to my son's death, she died in 2007. He was murdered in 2019. Tragic, both very public. I was trying to grieve, like literally starting out, what do you do? And you can't when you got, people trying to hunt you down with cameras and they want to know the story. They want to know what's going on. And you're just trying to get through what has happened to you. So the disbelief, the shock, and the awe of it all, especially with my son, it just left me in a place of being very, very angry and very, very pissed off with a lot of things. And so for me, that's why I get on here and I share my journey of how, and I want to talk about it really, and then you don't really see. I want to show you what life after tragedy looks like, right? And so all the things that I share here on my channel, they're not things that I'm planning or that I talk about and be like, as I sit behind the counselor's hat and tell you what to do. These are things that I've actually do. And these are things that I've actually continue to do. So it is, at the time of this recording, it is February the 4th, 2025. My son, again, was murdered on October the 4th, 2019. So for me, I want people to understand just because it's 5, 6 years later, it doesn't mean that I don't get angry, right? And the thing that triggers me most is other mothers losing their children, right? And so I get to come on here and have a conversation, and hopefully, someone, if you hear this and it does speak to you and it resonates with your story, do me a favor, give that video, hit that likes, that thumbs up button, because that, what that does, that lets YouTube know that, I'm not just over here pissing in the wind, that I'm literally reaching someone that needs to, hear how I get through it. Okay. And then if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, and not so much as you join me on my journey, but I join you on your journey. I would love for you to leave a comment below to let me know if you are trying to navigate through some kind of grief, whatever it is. It could be a divorce. Like people get divorced or grieve divorces. I didn't, but some people do. Some people grieve breaking up relationships. I did that. I did grieve hard off of one relationship. My youngest son's father, I grieved probably for about 5, 6 years. I was so angry and so bitter. I didn't even think I could ever love again. I didn't even think I would open up my heart to even think about wanting to let someone in again, you know? And God showed me through the process of admitting that I was angry. And then I was angry, like I said, I was angry at God. And I just like, God, I can't believe you let this happen. But acknowledging the pain is one of the things that starts your steps of moving forward, literally, right? Taking deep breaths and really, just really sitting in that you're mad. You're like, God, this crap hurts. And God, I really, really, I really don't know how to pray. Or God, I really don't even want to pray right now. Or God, I'm just really, I don't even know what I want to do. God, I just don't even know. Like if those are conversations that you have had with yourself, then you're in the right place. Because I get it. Okay. Now, setting up this planner, these, like I said, are going to be some of these boxes, not all of them, are going to be boxes that maybe I write down. I see how tiny these boxes are, but I have pens that really, really, really will write very, very, very small in these boxes. These, I won't be using regular pens. But yeah, we're going to set them up. And I'm also going to go back and I'm not going to, so much so that like my scriptures are missing here because that's how I did it in January. I put all my scriptures from the reading because if you opt to get this plan, she has the plan. You don't have to worry about what you're going to do. Like if you're one of those people and you're like, I don't know where to start reading the Bible. This is a good plan. Like you start off, she gives you day by day. Each one of these are days. And see how I put them in here day by day. Did I do each one each day? Not maybe each day, but did I still do it? I did do it. Maybe it was Friday and I did Monday and Tuesday on Friday. There's no right or wrong way to how you do it, right? Like right now, I am doing the Bible recap. Did I start January the 1st? Absolutely did not. Am I on point to where we're in February, whatever that day is? I am not. But what I am doing is I'm spending time with God and I'm doing it on my own terms. Like this is a day by day that it gives you. The Bible recap is a great for someone who is just like, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start in studying the Bible, whatever. And let me give a disclaimer: if the Bible isn't your thing, God isn't your thing, and you're just saying, oh, I don't want to do none of that, then it's okay. Just go with the flow because sometimes when you're mad you maybe don't want to do all the things. You maybe don't want to talk about God. I get it. I get it. Been there, done that. But what I am saying is don't ignore the fact that you might be angry because I'm not saying that everybody is angry. I'm just giving you a vantage point for me after let's see 1, 2, 3, 4 after my son, after my daughter, I was angry. And I just don't want you to ignore your emotions. That's really it. And like I might come on here and I mean we have fun over here. Let's do this. Let's do Wednesday. Cause we're not that bad. Wednesday's a good day. Wednesday's tomorrow. Wednesday I'm putting this right here because my Wednesday is already pretty much blocked off. And then let's put this. We're gonna have paper there. Um, so this is all I pretty much do is and Valentine's Day is coming up. My birthday month is coming up. This is my birthday month. So I will be having celebrations today at the time of this recording. It's my granddaughter's birthday. We pretty much start off with Joshua's kid's birthday is in this month. Oh, that's cricket. Um, so, you just I'm kind of going to just have fun with it. I don't want to cover that up too much. And listen, don't spend too much time on it either. You know what I'm saying? Really, don't spend too much time. Um, it depends on um, it depends on what you're trying to do. And all I'm trying to do is give my thoughts a place to land. That's it. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh, I like that. And also, if in the some days I don't have time to make my planner look pretty, but I do like a pretty planner. So I think it's best to when my heart is feeling good, it's best to do it because other than that, it will end up being some kind of ugly. All right, got my coffee. Hope you guys have your coffee or your water. I have coffee and water. So later on today, I have to go to the eye doctor, see my eye doctor appointment. So I'm going to leave this kind of for a moment. I'm not going to really worry. Oh, you know what? I can do this. We can put something, because we don't want to leave it blank. We don't want to leave it out. But yeah, I don't want to digress too much. Don't want to digress too much. Okay. So one of the things, the reason that I also do my channel, I'm a counselor. I stopped doing, I didn't want to become a licensed counselor because it was kind of handcuffed me. I wanted to be able to talk about God. I wanted to be able to talk about my um, journey through grief because what I personally needed was someone to be real and honest with me. And, in the counseling world, you kind of get handcuffed, and it's not a bad thing. Don't think I'm not telling you to go. I am telling you to go. If you feel like your emotions need to be handled, please do. I When I get people that want to come to me and they want a counselor, I give them the skinny on it. Be like, if you need this, if you need that, then I'm your person. And if we find out that you need more, then I have people that I partner with, and we refer you over. If you need to be able to use insurance, because I don't take insurance. Those are kind of things I'm not worried. I'm not talking about. I'm not worrying about. But I also want to give you strategies for coping with your grief. And remember, grief is anything that has hurt your heart. Nobody's exempt from grief. Everybody thinks about death as one of those things. God, I don't even want to cut her. I'm going to redo her, resize her. This one is going to go somewhere else. Maybe I'll make a planner, make a cover, like a board. We'll figure that out. But I'm not cutting her up. Um, She's on here. Okay, that's that. So that's this week, literally. Sunday, Monday was a downtime. We have Mondays and Wednesdays we do YouTube lives. Normally I am live, and I try to be live so that you can get to interact with me. Um, I want my little note to go in here because I got my Happy Mail from Katrina there, so that leaves me that. And then I will have some little some points over here that I was doing. And as a matter of fact, let me go. So forgiveness, solitude, rest, new classes, and grace. That's going to move over to February. Those were my objectives for January. So when you have something that you didn't finish, I don't use goals because goals to me is kind of like me setting goals and then, I pray and be like, "Go, Lord, help me to, make these goals or whatever." I want God to kind of be in things, and so usually I set objectives. And if I don't obtain the objectives, then I move them over. Now, some people do that with goals as well. I just hate the word goals. It's just so confining for me. That's just me. Okay, so here we have doctor's appointment, art club, and my chakra class, which should be on here. So let me show you how I write this in. So we got that. This is the mark that should have been down because it's at 3 o'clock. Let's go there. And then we have art meeting, here. Oh, that ink don't want to come out. Okay. This is a real, and then chakra class. So you see how little I write? So that means going over here and putting little things right there. It won't be a problem. Um, be kind to yourself. To you. That's it. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do right now, but because these left-handed and moving the page would kind of make it, you know, go messy. Now I'm going to look in my stash for some washi tape, maybe put some washi tape right there. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to cover up too much of the white space. Why? Because like I say, I use it for journaling. This is a good example. Isn't that girl pretty? So that's how I'm going to make that girl small enough so that I can put her in here like that. But as the days go by, I get to continue to write, journal, and plan all in one swoop. Now, if I need more paper, if I go back to the back side of February, I have plenty of paper, right? There's notes right there. It has goals right there. I'll mark it out and put something else. As a matter of fact, we can take that and stick it right here because I'm going to change it to what? Objective. And that's just Karen. That's like, I'm not telling you how to do it. What I am suggesting is get you a planner or a calendar. Better yet, you can go to the Dollar Tree, get you what are those things called? Composition notebook to journal in, plan in. I mean, you can really do what you want. So let's see. Where's that other pen? Boo, 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 boo. Let's go objectives. There we go. Okay, so I want you to concentrate. Remember, I want you to concentrate on acknowledging and accepting your feelings. And then if you have feelings and you realize you need some help, I want you to seek support, right? Establish a healthy routine and express your emotions creatively, like write in a journal or engage in art therapy, which is what I do. Write a letter. Like that was one of the ones that I really, really, really did. I wrote a letter to my daughter and let her know how angry I was at her. Because how do you tell somebody that you're angry when they're no longer here? And so that was one of the things that I did, and it really, really let me release. Let's flip over here. We're going to do this. It really helped me release a lot of anger that I had inside. It really, really, really did. And so write a letter. Like yours might not be a letter that you need to release anger. Yours might be a letter that releases like I'm so lost without you. Or why did we have to break up? Or why did I have to lose my job? Like set small, manageable goals if you use the word goals or objectives, right? But at the end of it all, just really honor your loved one or honor the situation that that you find yourself in. And I say it that way because I don't know. Leave me a comment though. Let me know what is it? What is your situation? I would love to hear like how you manage and how you're getting along and what tools do you use to move forward. Like really simple. Don't worry about it. And you know what? This is one thing I really had to learn. I had to learn how to be patient with myself, right? I had to give myself space to grieve because grief doesn't like go the same way for everybody. It really, really, really does not. Grief shows up in its own space and it does its own thing the way it wants. So usually there's nothing you can do about it because once it shows up, all you can do pretty much is to decide how are you going to handle your grief. How is tomorrow going to look for you, right? What is tomorrow going to look like? And here I'm writing 51:6. Oh, I love Psalm 51. Or is it Psalm 50? It's Psalm 50. But my pen, I got to wake it up too. Oh, let's see. Do we have ink? Because that's something you got to remember. These are definitely fountain pens. Old school. So 1, 2, 3, Leviticus. Leviticus. I'm not liking the way this pen is writing right now. It's kind of, and I don't know if it's the paper, but Leviticus 19:11 and Leviticus 19:35. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and do all of them, but you get the gist of what I do. Okay. So I want you to really be patient with yourself on this journey. Like, if you don't, people tend to piss you off. And then then you get in a state where you're now pissed off, you're upset, and you don't know what else to do. Right. So I want you to give yourself time. Avoid comparison to someone else. Don't compare yourself to me, and say, well, oh my God, she's doing it. I think I can do this or I can do that. If you're at that space, maybe. But you'll need to acknowledge different kinds of levels. I had to go through different levels. And I think the level that I stayed at the most was anger. And I revisited anger last year in 2024. I feel like I set the world on fire because I was so mad and angry and all the things. So that was just it. Find meaning on your journey. Explore spirituality or faith. Remember I said in the beginning, if the way I do it isn't your thing, doesn't make it right or wrong, right? Lean into your spiritual practices or beliefs if you have them. I'm not telling, that is not what I'm here to discuss. We're here to find coping strategies for your grief. Engage in meaningful conversation with people who really, not so much that get you, but so much that can maybe listen to you and have a conversation, um, I've learned that family sometimes is the worst for me to talk to, because why? They're hurting, and most of them don't like to see me hurting, so they tend not to want to have conversations. So find someone to have a meaningful conversation with. And then think about it. Stay present in the moment so that you can reduce the overwhelm of long-term worries. You know, um, I take, this is going to sound funny, but I take breaks from grieving, right? I allow myself moments of joy. And what does that look like? That means I'm showing up here on YouTube. This YouTube, since I've started really working my YouTube channel, it has brought me nothing but joy, because I've resonated with people who I've found their channel, or they found my channel. We've engaged with each other. It allows me to smile, to laugh, and enjoy things even while grieving, right? I've turned a hobby into a business. Like, I paint. So that's what I call taking a break from grieving. I don't always let grief win. So this again was how I set up my week. And I don't go and set it up like I stuck these over here because I thought they were cute, and it was Valentine's Day. I didn't want to miss that, because these are little hearts that I got from, I think, the dollar store. And then this is printed out on clear paper, so when it goes down you can see the hearts. Now let's get back to you saying, you might be like, Karen, I don't want to do none of that. I don't got time for any of that. And I'm okay with that. But what I would advise is for you to find your thing. Find what works for you. Journaling might not work for you. A planner might not work for you. And again, that's okay. I'm not saying that you need to do all the things. Isn't that cute? So one of those things I want to remind myself that I'm thankful. So I put it in the little pocket. But this planner, again, it served me well for the first, um, I don't know why I didn't put anything in these boxes. Probably because I didn't need to. The year, oh, this is reading. So this is another thing. I have my reading. Now, this is one of the things I keep online. So I do, what is it called? The reading app. And all my books are in Goodreads. That's it. And so I haven't like put it over here. And I left this page blank. I think I didn't put them on here because I wouldn't come here to look at them, like the title and the author, and to check it off, because I have Goodreads, and I use Audible, and then I have some books that I am reading, but I wouldn't have put them over here. So I wanted this space to be space that I might use for journaling. My vision board, I didn't need to put my vision board in here. I don't have my vision cup. I have a cup that my daughter made me, a tumbler, that actually has my vision on it, that every time I hold it, I have it in my hand. So there was no need for me to kind of use that and put that over here. But all in all, again, my objectives, if I didn't complete it, I'll take it. Journaling spots up under there, move it over. notes, some things I needed to remember. Again, I put in here different notes that I stuck on there. Also stuck stickers on. Again, it's not going to be a whole lot to cover up the page. This one got kind of busy. I didn't worry about it. I just went over on the side. Oh, and it takes watercolor. Good. Those are my watercolor flowers. These are my watercolor flowers. So if I decide to paint a page, which is why I don't want to move forward and do all of February at one time, because I like the stickers. These stickers right here came from Confident Canvas in her Patreon. We got these stickers, a couple years ago. And I was going through old stickers and I printed these out on clear paper and stuck those on there, right? Meetings that I've had, all that stuff, it fits in here and it works for me. And then when I want to close it up, has this nice little thing. It's nice and compact. So it works for me. Now, if you're looking for something that's very, like, you get to see how little this is and compact and cute. Here's an 8.5 by 11 paper, right? Like, see, that girl literally could have fit. She could fit, but I would have to cut her. I don't want to cut her. Like, you know what? I might. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go back to that page. Let's do a page. I can't do a page. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's do this one. Don't want to cover up pages. Like, I don't want to cover up. And I did something on all of those. I don't want you to spend this much time figuring it out. My birthday is here. Let's do that. Let's cut her out. Let's cut her out. Because I got more paper. I can print it out again. And because this is my birthday month, this is my birthday week rather. I'm going to cut around her. She got words very gingerly. Don't have to be right spot on because why? This is clear paper, so you won't see it. And I'm going to keep the rest of this. Okay, so I also want to remind you, hit the subscribe button and that bell notification if you're not subscribed to the channel. And you're still here at this point in time. Thank you for showing up. See, she needs to be a little bit more. We have to cut her up. Just a little bit off. A little bit. Can't cut her head. We'll just cut down here. I love those flowers. Yeah. How about that? Oh, well, that perfect. That works. That works. That works. We'll let it fall over and we'll cut it wherever. Okay. I am going to put her on this side because this side has my note side and I don't want to close that up. So we're going to put her over here because once we put her down, we cannot go back and write over her. Oh yes. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Isn't that cute? She is cute. All right, let's cut. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to cut the bottom. Let's fold it under. And let's fold the top over. If it'll go. There we go. There we go. Let's get that. I want that off. Where is... I've been doing some book binding. So I got supplies all over my desk. And I need to get a new... new blade. Oh, goodness gracious. Did I rip it? Yes, I did. Okay, it's just sticking. Very good. Yes. Okay, so, again, I was getting to the point. Oh, I cut it. Oh. I knew I was going too deep. Yep, sure did. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Let's go on the back side. Kind of. There we go. We will repurpose it. We will use it. Okay, there she goes. But there she is. Isn't she cute? Doesn't she turn out great on that page? So, okay. All right. This is what I'm saying, guys. This is me taking a break from grief. I had a walk today. I thought about my son. I thought about my daughter on the walk, and I just, I did my heart and heart check and say, guys, I miss you. I wish you were still here with me, but God had better plans and I am going to be okay. You know, that kind of thing. I do a lot of self talk because I need to make sure that I'm okay. Okay. All right. So before I close this out, what I do want you to do is remember, acknowledge your feelings, take care of yourself, right? I want you to sit down, grab a cup of coffee, write in your journal, hang out by yourself sometimes, and, you know, scroll through some of the other videos if you haven't watched any of the other videos, and think about some of life's ups and downs and give yourself credit because why? You've made it through. You're here, right? And I want to be on your journey. I want to help you heal and I want to help you grow. Together, we can take it one step at a time, right? So if this resonated with you, anything about this video resonated with you, I want you to leave me a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what has made you smile, what has made you sad, and then how do you get through it? Like, do you journal? Do you have a planner? Do you go shoot guns at the range? Do you go for walks? What do you do? There's so many things that you can do, but tell me, what do you do? Like, really, how does that work for you? Because grief, let me tell you, if you don't handle grief, grief will handle you. And grief will show up as anger. Grief will show up as resentment. Grief will show up as jealousy, right? So before I wrap up, I want to remind you of my free webinar on February the 10th, 2025 at the time of this recording. And it's going to be at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. The link is in the description box below. And there I will dive even deeper into how I process. We're not talking about things I've learned in school, things that, someone told me. I am going deeper into how I process my emotions through my creativity and how I step into healing with, more joy intentionally. Like, you have to do this thing intentionally. Like, I intentionally decided I was going to slap her down on some paper today, in which that turned out great. I intentionally planned out, like, am I planning out my life for the whole first quarter? I kind of did, but I leave room for God to move. Right? So through my creativity and step into my healing with me, I will hopefully help you to gain more joy and be intentional about it. So you really, really, really don't want to miss it. So click the link in the description box to register. Even if you can't make the live, if you click the description box to register, I'll have your email and I will send out the replay because the replay will be available for 24 hours and you'll be able to do it. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, my YouTube channel, for more content on how I use my creativity for healing and transformation and how I find joy. And also hit that bell notification so that you won't miss a thing. And you know what? Drop me a comment below and let me know, how do you create through your emotions? I really would love to hear, right? I am sending you so much love, so much light and energy because your soul needs it, right? And guys, I will see you in the next video Monday. I will probably do a live if I have time, a live, and we will see because I will do a recap of all of what I've done in the journal and my planner so far. It's Brower Street 2025 planner. I love, love, love it. And the link for it will be in the description box below. She also has them on sale right now. So I really, really would go over and check it out. Use my code JOY217 when you do go. I'll put that in the description box below as well. And remember to hit that bell notification. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell notification so you'll be notified. And if you like this video and something resonated, something that I said touched you, helped you get through the moment, and gave you a glimmer of hope, hit that like button. Share this video so others that you would love to also heal, or if you know someone, just share the video, right? And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. See you later.